So in this video we're going to dive into some of the details of how to make the first changes to the look and feel of your LMS site. So this is how it is looking right now. It just has the basic configurations. It doesn't even have any branding or logos, and it has just the basic tests and some default images. It also has here some default courses that are set up in the light subscription at the beginning. So what we're going to focus in on is on the changes we can do to this home page, to this landing page, and also to the course catalog page. We're not going to be focusing too much on the actual list of courses. We'll be just leaving these demo templates for the time being, but we will fix things like the header, these banners up here, these additional contents, and also the footer properties. So let's dive in. Let's go to the management console. So we're going to look for this section that says settings and then basic look and feel, and in here we'll be able to change most of those basic properties. This section is available for light subscriptions, so anyone can simply join here. And if we take the order, the first thing we can select is out of this color palette, we can select like the main color of our site. Let's go with this purple. We can also upload here our own logo, so just make sure that you have any PNG image that already has the transparency layer into that, so that whenever I upload it, I will see here my image with transparency background, and I will be able to adjust the size of it using this bar. So I will adjust the size, the blue area. I can also move it around, and it's basically the area that is going to be selected for the logo. So the current template is optimized for a more horizontal logo. So if you have a logo that's horizontal and you can choose, it's best to use that one. If your logo is more in a portrait orientation, it will look a little bit small. But anyhow, you can just select here your convenience and then click accept. It takes some time to process and it will be up here. So we're not going to worry. In theory, I just have to save the changes and go and see it on the LMS side. We're just going to make all the changes and then go and see how it looks all together. So since this logo has some green feature to it, let's switch the main color to green as well. And also let's add some banner images here. So by default, the system will randomly select one landscape in banner image. But of course, I want to upload my specific image. So let's say I have this one prepared here. For the banner images, I don't need the transparency. I can use just a JPG file, JPEG file, and the size of it, as it's recommended here, it should be at least 1840 pixels wide times 150 pixels wide. But then after I upload it, I can also tweak here the zoom in or out so that I can position my frame in the best place. So let's imagine something like this. And after the banner, I can also set what is displayed on top of the banner. So typically it already has some default text. It says welcome to eduNEXT training site. In this case, I can put any text here for the title or the subtitle, or just leave it empty. Let's add something here, and now we'll save changes. Let's say welcome to the Space Academy, and let's go and see how that looks from this point forward in the LMS side. I just have to save my changes here and wait for a little while the cache clears out, and then just reloading the page should be enough. So let's reload after a while and see how it looks. It looks a little better now. At least I have my images and I can continue making the changes I need. So there's this section here that says view course. Well, in the header section I could also add a subtitle and a paragraph. Let's leave it like that for the time being, but I can also add a subtitle and a paragraph here. And I can maybe change the icons in my search box, or change the caption that it's displayed in the button, or even the placeholder. So all those components I can change, and this icon I can change if I want to, but let's just leave it like that for the time being and move forward with the next section. So let's just select an image that has a nice combination of contrast of colors with the text here that will be appearing in white. It should look very nice. Keep in mind that you can change a lot of this functionality once you upgrade your subscription to any of our paid subscriptions. You will be able to change the colors here, or remove the green overlay. As you see, this has some green overlay on top of the image. So all of that can be changed after you move away from the light subscription. But continuing on, you can just set this title and subtitle paragraph for this section. So this is the section that goes just below the course catalog. So let's set it to something more aligned to our Space Academy. And now let's move to the next section, which is homepage bottom content. You will always find here in the left the explanations of each of the sections, and sometimes a graphic image that will select and will show you what section of the template is the ones that we are actually modifying. So this is homepage bottom content, which basically refers to homepage. So which basically refers to the content that will be below the course catalog. So let's add some content here and see, and then we'll reload the element side and see how that looks. Here we go. Save changes. And now after the cache has cleared, we can reload the page and we'll see here the captions that we have just added. So this is starting to look nice, but it's still, you're limited in the light subscription, you're limited with setting a title and a subtitle for these sections. But keep in mind that with the add-ons that you can get in the paid subscriptions, you will be able to do much more things here. You will be able even to add your own HTML if you want to have complete sections of content in here, and be able to tweak some more of the styles of these sections over here. So this is just a limited version in order to showcase how you can change things around. Right, going back to the management console, let's continue with this section that's now course catalog banner. So it refers to this courses link in here that will take me to the course catalog. And I can also change the banner here and change some of the titles and subtitles. This also has a search function, but it's below, and of course it displays the whole course catalog. So let's go back to the management console and just upload a new image for that part. And again, I can just adjust the size of the image to fit the blue section, and then accept. Whenever I upload an image, I have to wait for a few seconds until it uploads, and also when I make changes, I have to wait for a few seconds until it actually displays before I continue doing other changes to the page. Right, so let's change also the title and subtitle here, and we'll move forward. And remember to save every now and then. And finally, we have the footer section in this page, which allows us to set up, well, of course, the footer that will be used in both the home page, the course catalog, and basically in every page of your site. So you can add a different logo for your footer. Let's here add a different logo. This one is more suited for vertical logos, so you can have the logo with a different arrangement, or maybe with a different, even a different image or different color settings, depending on what you need for the footer. So I can just arrange my logo here, and I can specify a URL for that particular logo. So if I want this to take a link of this logo to take my users to some other place, I can do that. And also I can have an alternate text for the logo. So this would be this Space Academy administration logo, something like that. And I can also change, and you can see in the left here, well, highlighted in red, the areas that I'm changing. So I can change a lot of the captions here. I have just a general line explaining what the platform or the initiative is about, and I have some menu items here. So let's change those. For the links part, you will notice that there are already 2 links set up for you, but you can always change those. Let's assume you just want to have one link here to your About page, you can just replace it by something like this, About Us. And here you can select whether or not you want this link to open in an external page in a separate window, or if you want it to stay like that. So typically you can use these links for things like About Us or Contact page, things like that are just very common. And finally you have a copyright section and some more links that are typically used for things like of course your copyright or whatever preferences you want to explain there. This is a very little section in the very bottom, so it's not for very important information that you want to promote, but for some relevant information that you want to display on your site. And also a smaller list of links in the bottom that you can use for things like the terms of service and the privacy policy. Those are the links that will be already by default here, but of course you can add your own set of links if you need to, and that should be very easy following the same procedure. Let's save here and see how everything is looking in the course template. So I just reloaded my course catalog page, and I already have these captions that I added here, and of course the text and the links that I just added. So this is how it looks, and it finally allows me to do some selections on the colors I want for these links. So there is an powered by OpenEdX link that I can select a different color depending on what matches my branding best. And also the eduNEXT link, I can select here some combinations as well, either full colors or some light colors or some darker colors, and all that should, as soon as the cache clears out, should reflect on my footer page. In the meantime, let's notice that for some very particular reason, I will see two courses in my landing page, in my home page, but only one course on the course catalog page. This is due to the way that the visibility of the courses is managed. So we'll be explaining more about that in detail in the course creation and configuration guide. So don't worry about this too much, but just know that you can fully control the visibility of your courses, both in the home page and in the catalog, in the course catalog page. You'll be able to control what courses are displayed in there and which ones are not going to be displayed in there. It just takes some specific configurations that you need to apply to your courses, but we'll discuss that in a later video. So again, after I reload, after the cache cleared out, I have here my new links going to the right place and showing the right images. So this is basically the look and feel configurations, the basic look and feel configuration. Keep in mind that there are so many more possibilities you can reach when you upgrade your subscription to any of the paid subscriptions. This is something that should get you started into what you can do. Kind of as an example, but then when you are upgraded, you will be able to use a very similar procedure to change things in your sign-in page as well, these kind of sections on top and below your signing form. Also in the registration page, you will be able to change a lot of things around here, and of course in the inner pages of the courses, pages like the dashboard and some others. So we hope you profit a lot about this functionality from this functionality, and we'll continue